guys, welcome back to another episode of Maples Outdoors. So today we are going to do something a little bit different. I've yet to do this on the channel because I have yet to own one until now. We are going to do a dual injector laminate color today. I have yet to got to use this thing. It is high quality, out the door, smooth, really top-notch stuff. Like I said, I've yet to get to use this. I mean, the sprue on this thing, it's split up. It's not combining it inside the blending block. It's already in the mold before it blends. And we're going to do a new mold today for the channel. We're going to do the Finesse Crawler, the Essential Series Finesse Crawler. And there is a top and bottom to this. I marked the top with a Sharpie. My mold, I can do whatever I want to with it. So the top of the bait has the bulb on the tail and the bottom has the flat section. So we're going to do a laminate today. And here's another first. We are going to try to color match. So by color match, it means I've tried it in the past. Before I started doing videos and doing YouTube videos. Tried doing it in the past when I first got started, of just looking at pictures on the internet and trying to match, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try to match a Googan Baits Natural color. Now, from what I've seen online, I've not owned any of the Googan Natural colors. I did use Googan when I first got started, but I found it was a whole lot more satisfying when you made your own stuff and you caught fish on it. So I feel that makes me feel a whole lot better about what I'm doing, but you know, that's just me. So today we're going to do the natural color, and what I've seen online is it is watermelon for the top and a white pearl on the bottom. Now, I don't have white pearl just yet, but I do have another highlight color that I think it's a pearl color. I think it'll work tremendously. I think it's going to look a lot better, but it's going to be our own little spin on it. So, spin. Get my words to come out right. So today we're going to be using the Do-it Molds. If I can get this thing to zoom in right. Focus. Watermelon green. So this is the Essential Series watermelon green. Get that mixed up real good. And for our bottom, we're going to Do-it's high. Come on, focus. Focus, Junior. Hyper Highlights Green Pearl. So it's an amazing powder. Little goes a long way. But from what I've seen online, the watermelon, the top half of the bait, has 40 thousandths black and some 15 thousandths blue. Now today we're going to be using navy, because that's the only blue I got. 15 thousandths. Now the bottom has the green pearl, and it looks like it has 15 thousandths black and 15 thousandths blue. So we're going to use the navy again. And all this stuff is from doitmolds.com. Even got the Do-it's, what was it? It's a crystal clear. That's what it is. Crystal clear plastisol we're using today. So I've already got it all poured out here. So we're going to get started with it. And we're going to make the watermelon first. Get my glove on, because I always end up with some on my hand. So, I've got a cup of plastic in each. I don't like to pour out two cups at a time, just because I don't use that much of it. It's just me. I fish when I can, so I fish very recreational. I wish I could do this for a living and not have to go to work, but unfortunately, I have to go to a regular job to pay for my addiction. So, and I must not have opened this one. Not got to use this one yet. Nope, still got the thing in the bottom of it. Hang tight, be right back with you. Alright, now that we got the thing opened up, got the little seal off from underneath the cap, we'll mix this up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I always like to start off with less, because you can always add more later. So I like to do this before I heat up the plastic just because it doesn't really show the color as much when it's cold, but when you heat it up, it does show the color a lot better. So we'll go ahead and throw this in the microwave, get that one heated up, and be right back with you. Now, while the other color is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and get my watermelon ready with the flake. I did have to add another 10 drops. I put 20 in to start, so I ended up using 30 drops of color in the watermelon. But let's go ahead and get the black and the blue in it. So now I use a 1/4 teaspoon little measuring spoon, whatever you want to call it. Now I usually use about a quarter, or not a quarter, but I use 1 scoop of this in a cup of plastic. Now if I was doing 2 cups of plastic, I would use 2 scoops, but let's get that cleaned up. Get that black out of there. Don't want to mix it in with our blue. Not in the cup. We want to mix it, not in the actual container. So got the black in. Let's get some of this navy in there. Now I'm only using navy because that's all I've got, and I think it'll show up pretty green in color once it gets into the plastic. Get that cleaned up a little bit because we're going to be using it again. So let's get that all mixed up in there. Get it all off the sides here. I think that's going to look really good. What do you guys think? I think that's going to look good. So, all right, now I don't think it is up to temp yet. We'll find out here. No, I don't think it's up to temp. Not quite. Now, I like to take, when I'm using a highlight color like this, green highlight, I like to go ahead and heat my plastic up before I put it in. That way it gives it a better look immediately versus trying to heat it up and find out what the color looks like later. Go ahead and get that heated up beforehand. Now we're going to be putting 15 thousandths black and navy in on the green pearl bottom. So just as soon as that gets heated up, we'll be ready to go. Get that highlight in there. Now I use a different scooper for my highlight. It's another 1/4 teaspoon, but it's just the only one I got. It's an old one. It's bent, as you can see. It's just a cheapo I found somewhere, but I don't even remember. I may have found it out here in my garage when I first bought the house. So get that up to temp. And all this stuff you can get from doitmolds.com. I mean, they have got everything you could ever need. Like I say, if they don't have it, they're either making it, prototype, or they've thought of it and they're trying to design it. So, now this is the crystal clear plastisol. A little bit of bubbling going on here, but not that bad. Oh yeah, we're up to temp now. Now, I don't have a vacuum chamber, so I just use a torch. Hit the top of it just a little bit, get them bubbles out of it. So, now we're going to add the green pearl, if I can keep it off of me. I want it in the plastic, not on me. So, we're going to add a scoop of it. Like I say, a little goes a long way. So, let's get that stirred up. Got it everywhere. Now my glove's green. So get a different stirring knife out. Now you got to have proper ventilation. I've got an old oscillating fan sitting up there, but it works for me. I'm in a big garage here. It's got a little corner of it. Got a ceiling fan I've got hanging up over on the other side, just moving air around. So I think that's going to be just about perfect right there. So let's go ahead and add our flake in it. And of course you got to spill some on your workspace, otherwise you ain't working. I'm going to put 1/4 teaspoon of each in there, of the black and the navy. Actually, I might do a little bit less on the navy. Get it all off the workbench here. Get that stirred up in there. And it'll darken and opaque up the glitter wheel. It'll darken the plastic up a little bit. I think that looks good. Got that nice little green hint to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these two heated up to temp and be back with you here in just a minute. We're going to be ready to inject. So just sit tight and hang on. Okay guys, we are up to temp. We'll stir these both up real good real quick. And we are ready to inject. So I've already got my mold all clamped up, ready to go. Got my top side where I want it. So here we go. And that's it. Probably need 2 gloves to do this. Get our leftover squirted back in and see how, oh, well, that's a boo-boo on my part. Now I got my ends inside my plastic. So yeah, we'll have to fish him out here in just a second. Like I said, guys, this is the first time I've used this injector. I have not done this yet. So we're going to after I break my thermometer here. Jeez, oh Pete. It's a bad day for me. Let's try to fish these things out while this thing cools down, and we'll get back with you in just a few minutes. Okay guys, so now that this stuff's cooled down enough we can actually work with it, let's go ahead and open up this blending block, see how well this thing done. If I can get the thing to come apart. Minor technical difficulties. Isn't that what they say? Showbiz, technical difficulties. There we go, now we're making some headway. Well, I say that and then I start having issues again. There we go. So, kept them separated. The way this one is made, it doesn't blend them up in the end of the sprue here. It keeps them separated. So, like I said, this is the first time I've got to use this one. Act like I've got more than one of these. Never used a dual injector before, so this is a first, but I did get the ends fished out. So, all right guys, let's open this up, see how we done. Hopefully they laminated good. I get to take first peek. You guys have to wait on me. Oh man, look at that. That is our green pearl on the bottom. And Got that beautiful watermelon color on top. Now you can see these turned out really nice. They've got a good laminate going on. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So these turned out really nice. I'm happy for that because, like I said, I've not used this dual injector or this mold yet. It's the first time. I got it in a little while ago, but like I said, with baseball, for my son and work and everything, it has been crazy. Now, the only thing is now you've got that sprue, and if you're really careful with it, which I'm not, you can usually separate it. But I'm going to throw this into a container here in just a little bit, and I'm going to put it into a random pile, what I call a random pile. It'll just be a bunch of colors like that I'll just throw together, and when I get enough of it and I want to see what it comes out to be, it'll just be a mix match of colors, and we'll make a video on that at some point and see what color it turns out. I mean, it's going to have a little bit of watermelon in it and some green highlight. But I mean, it'll have other random colors in it too. So those turned out really good. I've got them in a water bath right now setting up. But as you can see, there's that green watermelon side and that green highlight. Now it kind of turned, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it right there. Kind of got a blue hint to it. That's probably from that navy. But it laminated amazingly. And I'm going to have to work on that dual injector a little bit. But keep hearing like somebody's pulling in my driveway. But I'm going to have to tinker with this just a little bit. I may have to back this bar down just a little bit to allow it to where when I'm trying to push out, I'm not pushing the actual injector ends off, because that's what happened. Was I was trying to get all my plastic out, and I pushed the injector ends right off into the plastic. So gonna have to mess with that a little bit, but they turned out amazingly. So that's it for this video. We're going to play with this some more at some point. So follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and you'll get to see more stuff like this on there. Like I said, now that baseball season's over, I hopefully have more time to do this kind of stuff. And if I can ever get my GoPro figured out, 2 GoPros actually, if I can ever get them figured out and get it set up, because I am still recording on my cell phone right now. That's the reason why I couldn't show you the picture of a Googan's Natural color. But if I can get them figured out, we'll hopefully have us some fishing videos here for too long. It is, unfortunately, I have missed bedding season here in East Tennessee. Might have some late bedders, but more than likely not. So we're starting to get into the early summertime. It's like 72 degrees today. I'm in shorts and flip-flops and t-shirt. Fan helps with ventilation, but it also helps kind of keep me cool because this garage is awful stuffy. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. That way you don't miss an upload. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully might see you out on the water. But until then, peace.